we're going to look at today, we're going to look at, I hope we're going to finish, presentation and speeches, using the telephone, parts of visual aids, and also presentation skills. All these things are components that make up oral presentation or oral communication. So we're going to start with presentation and speeches. Sancho, what is a presentation? This was what you discussed last week with your group members. What is a presentation? What do you mean you don't know? Who are your group members? Alright. What's the girl that presented or the guy that presented? Oh, yeah. Gertrude, you were here. What are presentations? Any idea? Eh? So you guys don't remember anything at all. Okay, so presentations are a form of oral presentations where you a form of oral communication where you speak to a particular group or audience on a particular topic. Those are presentations. The guy that was moving the chair. Is it legit? It's the meaning of the speech. Okay, so presentations are used for several things. They are used to educate, they are used to inform, to entertain, and also to present an argument. So the aim of having presentations is to educate. Can you guys actually see? Eh? Who can see? Why? Is it because it's green? Okay, so that is the aim of a presentation, to educate, to inform, to entertain, to present an argument. So I'm out here making a presentation so I can educate you guys. So if you have presentations, you're also educating other people. You can also have a presentation to present an argument. So you have a presentation to present a problem that you find somewhere or anything. So you choose the reasons why you should have a presentation. Okay, so before we move on, let's talk about the second assignment. Okay. If I write here, you guys can see. Who said no again? Okay, so maybe I should do this. Wait, who said no? You guys just want to complain. So you need to discuss electronic communication systems and the use of IT in business organizations. Minimum of 3 pages. Minimum of 3 pages, not 3 pages. I don't know. It's up to you. But minimum of 3 pages. So you can exceed those 3 pages. Gertrude, what are the things that you need to do when you are planning for an oral presentation? Identify a topic, any other thing? audience. What else? Lorraine. Okay, so there are 4 ways in which you can plan and present an oral presentation. So the first way is you need to plan the oral presentation. That is the first part. You need to plan the oral presentation. What do you do when you're planning for an oral presentation? Crystal.
You need to determine the purpose of the presentation.
Determine the purpose of the presentation. What else? The second. What is the message explain? The what? The second. Explain that. Oh, okay. So you're considering the people you're talking to. Alright. So yes, know your audience. Like say, what else? No. So the first thing when you're planning your presentation, you need to review the subject topic. So this means that when you are planning your presentation, look at the topic, look at the things that you're supposed to talk about in that particular topic. Basically, you need to understand the things you need to do or say to those individuals relating to the topic that you're talking about. So, that also is linked to the second part, which is you need to analyze the task. So you need to know the purpose of your presentation. Before you present, are you going to inform? Are you going to educate? Are you going to present your opinion on something? You need to analyze the task, or you need to determine the purpose of your presentation. So you could have a presentation on a particular topic, but you have different reasons why you want to present that subject matter. So you could want to educate people about the effects of doing some things, or maybe the effects of drinking alcohol. Or you could want to educate people about the advantages of taking alcohol. You could choose anything, but you need to determine the purpose of why you are presenting that particular topic. So, the third part of planning your oral presentation is you need to consider your audience. So, you need to think about the individuals you're going to talk to. When you think about them, you know the words to use, you know how to present your topic, which modes of communication to use. You can use charts, you can use projector, depending on the audience. You can also use actual examples like a small play or something, so they can understand the topic. And then you need to brainstorm. What's to brainstorm? Subject. Okay. Discuss what? What about this time? Yes, you. What is the brainstorm?
think it's getting points of the particular, or getting key points for a particular topic.
Okay, so to brainstorm means to actually try to come up with ideas or meanings of the particular topic. So it's what Noah was saying. You try to guess the key points that you add to that topic. So after you brainstorm or after you come up with ideas, you need to do your research. So you can use Google, you can watch videos, you can use books, go to the library, research any important information on that particular topic. That is how you plan your oral presentation. Okay, so after planning your oral presentation, you need to interact or engage with the audience. Can I wrap this up? I'm wrapping it off. Who said no? No. Someone said no. But that's what you're deciding. So, after planning your presentation at home, you come up with your PowerPoint presentation, you need to interact with the audience. What do you think I mean when I say interact with the audience? Linda. What do you think I mean when I say you need to interact with your audience? Okay, so he's mentioned one important thing is questions. What else? Lady, how do you interact with your audience? Justin, how do you interact with your audience? Okay, so what I mean when I say you need to interact with your audience is you need to make sure that the audience is engaged when you are presenting. So you have conversations with them, other than just presenting your topic or whatever you want to say to them. So you need to make sure that they are engaged. So you can do this by asking questions, allowing them to ask you questions. So it's not just you asking them, they should also have the chance to ask you. So you can also present handouts, give them something that they can look at while you are presenting. Make sure that their mind is engaged. They are paying attention to the things that you're saying. So you can also ask for volunteers to make demonstrations. about the topic. You want them to do something and keep their mind in the topic. The third way in which you can plan your presentation is by using visual aids. Can I wrap this up? So you need to use visual aids. What are visual aids? That's Jufunio, this one. No, you. I think I have several tutorials. And you.
Visual aids are items or techniques that are used to present something visually.
Give us an example.
Posters, projectors.
Okay, so usually when presenting, most individuals choose to use visual aids. So these are things that can help your audience understand your message. They are the things that will help you engage with your audience, that will help you to define the things that you need to define. If there are graphs, if there are pictures, you show them to the audience so they can understand what you're talking about. So your visual aids need to be clear when you are presenting them so that you do not confuse individuals, you do not confuse your audience. So you can't put all these mixed up things as a visual aid because you can confuse them. And you should also make sure that they are readable. So if you're presenting as my computer connected to the projector, these things should be visible. You should be able to see what I'm talking about. Those are visual aids. So that is about visual aids. They help you to make a point clear. They help you to help your audience understand what you're talking about. You could be talking about financial information or information that is important in the country. So you could present it using graphs, you could present it using charts, and also pictures and videos to emphasize a point that you are talking about. The last way in which you can plan your presentation is you need to prepare to present. you do when you are preparing to present? Boil. Ciao. Write down the notes. Okay. The girl behind you, right? Or maybe rain. What do you do when you're preparing for a presentation? You go through what you're going to present. You go through what you're going to present. If your second assignment was a presentation, what would you do to prepare for it? That is the corner. The one scratching his face. The one talking. Nigel. Practice? Okay, so when you are preparing to present, you need to practice the presentation. So this is your home. You could have, if you're married, you could have your husband look at it, you could have your kids listen to you, and just prepare yourself for the audience. So you can try to speak without actually looking into the things that you have talked about. So you also have to speak slowly and clearly so that they can understand. So when you guys are presenting, you have a notebook right in front of you and you read sentence by sentence. That is why I ask questions after, because you guys are just reading. But when you want to present, you have to know the thing you're talking about. That is the purpose of group presentation, so that you can understand the topic. But you guys Google and come to read. That is not presentation. Because while you are presenting, you have to engage with the audience. When you are engaging with the audience, you do not need to keep your eyes on the computer or eyes on the book. You always have to look at them. So you can try to practice it with your family, with your friends, so you can get knowledge or you can have an understanding of what you want to say. Good morning. So you need to practice your presentation. That's the thing. Practice your presentation. If you can also try to memorize some of the things that you're going to talk about, especially when it comes to media. If you had to Google something or go through a particular book to get some information, you should check the meaning of words in case someone asks a question and you do not know about it. You should also maintain good posture. So do not bend your back. Do not bend your back, do not keep wandering off, looking at things that are not important. You should also use natural gestures. So you can look at them, you can smile, you can try to use a natural tone of voice, do not speak too high and too low. Can you explain yourself? Okay, practice to improve your confidence. different people, different individuals, so you can improve your confidence. Before you start presenting, you can try to interact a little with the audience so that you can improve your confidence. So you become familiar with these individuals. So that is about planning and preparing for planning and presenting an oral presentation. So now we're going to look at presentation skills.
Before you please. The first point, practice your presentation. And the fourth point, practice to improve your confidence. So what are you practicing in the first place?
Your presentation, the things you're going to say. The things you're going to say and having confidence are two different things. So you could just talk about a particular topic and not have the confidence to talk about it. So you also have to have the confidence to talk to people. So every time you're in front of people, you have a particular type of fear to look at bigger audience. So you need to practice ignoring that fear. That is why point 4 comes in, practice to improve your confidence. You cannot look away from the people. Any other questions? Okay, so this was about presentations and oral presentations and speeches. I think that was the topic. That was the first part of oral communication. So the second part is we're going to look at presentation skills. What do we mean when we say presentation skills? Bernard,
Yes.
what do we mean when we say presentation skills?
Yeah, these are really behaviors that are supposed to be portrayed during the presentation.
Okay. Okay, so if you say we have good presentation skills, what do we mean? What should a person have when they have good presentation skills? That's me.
They should be present on the screen with confidence, and they should make their picture.
Okay, so you should include jokes and also present your confidence. That's what that means. Any other additions? Clement?
No additions.
Yes, no.
You need to have clarity with body language and eye contact.
Yeah?
You need to captivate the audience. That is good.
Captivate the audience. How do you captivate the audience? Aside? What is that signing thing? Say it. Okay, so presentation skills means